Hello everyone, I am the Cricket Freak. Sorry for the delay. I have been a little busy with work and other stuff. But anyway, we are back talking about cricket. I've been following IPL most games. But I wanted to talk about especially those two nail biter games that we've had today and yesterday. IPL is IPLing. It's actually great to see those nail biting finishes. Starting with Punjab versus KKR. If anybody remembers last time, Punjab chased down the highest ever total in an IPL game last year, and this time, guess what? They defended lowest ever total in an IPL game. So, and both of them against KKR. KKR will be kicking themselves for losing the game last night. We will get into the details of the game in a bit anyway. But I was the way Priyan Sharia and Prabsimran gave them the start. I thought it's gonna be a high scoring game because if you look at the scores, Priyan Sharia batted at 183 and Prabsimran striked at 200. That's insane. That's an insane start that they got. But Harshit Rana had some other plans. He was bowling really good lengths, and their pacers didn't bowl anything full yesterday. They were perfectly on length and they executed it to perfection. The pitch was actually not that bad, and it was not like a bowling pitch where everybody thought, because pacers got wickets, spinners got wickets, batters could strike at a higher strike rate. So it was actually a very good cricketing wicket. But it's so unfortunate that people this year are almost all the teams are taking the aggressive approach where they sort of leave their brains in the dressing room and go. I don't know why nobody actually applied themselves on the crease yesterday. Shreyas Iyer, to his credit, the shot that he played was a really good one, and that was an amazing catch by Ramandeep. But other than that, I don't know what Josh Inglis was doing. What Maxwell has been so bad this season, and none of them are clearly able to read Varun Chakravarti at all, especially his googly. Nobody is able to understand anything about it. But yeah, they got all out for 111. Harshit Rana, credit to Harshit Rana, Varun Chakravarti and Nareen mostly. Nokia bowled well yesterday. He was decent. But that express pace is gonna be helpful for them. But I'm not sure if that's gonna come to rescue at Eden Gardens, because it's a small ground, and we'll see how well he'll be able to execute those quicker ones. And not to forget, he has a great slower one too. So, but yeah, that was about Punjab's batting. But talking about KKR's batting, I'm not sure what their thought was. It was actually very nice of Rahane to take all the blame on himself, because that was a really bad call to not review that decision. I don't know. I mean, in that situation, I'm sure he must have thought that anyway they're going to win this game, so he probably did not need to take that review. But if you are one of the better batters in your team, and you are the captain, you don't have much to chase, so there's no harm in taking the review. Especially that one didn't look like it was out. By the first look of it only, it looked like the impact was outside, and it was strange that he did not review that decision. That one moment would have changed the game in many ways. But yeah, starting from that, there have been a lot of things that KKR could have done differently. But again, when you talk about hindsight, you can always say a lot of things. But especially like the Rahane dismissal where he did not review it, and Ramandeep's sweep shot against Chahal, I'm not sure if that was the right choice of shot. And the biggest brain fade moment for me was Harshit Rana taking a double, almost taking a risky two on the first ball of Marco Janssen's over when he had Andre Russell on the other side. If I were Harshit Rana, I would just leave it to Andre Russell to finish the game. I have no business in batting. But Harshit Rana was so confident about his batting, and that too he wanted to face Marco Jansen, who bowled extremely well. It was one of his best ever IPL bowling, and Harshit Rana chose to take a double, and mind you, he was batting at number 9. I don't know what he was thinking. So that moment also was a brain fade for me. So, but credit to Shreyas Iyer's captaincy, the way he bagged all his bowlers. He got Yuzvendra Chahal's overs done. He almost got Marco Jansen and Arshdeep's overs also done. Um, if Andre Russell and one more batter would have stuck in the crease for a little bit more, they had 2 more overs of Glenn Maxwell, which would have turned the game. But it was very brave of Shreyas Iyer to believe that these guys will get the wickets and we will bowl them out no matter what. So that was some great, aggressive, proactive captaincy from Shreyas Iyer. I think Shreyas Iyer is the front runner for India captaincy in the days to come. Especially after Rohit Sharma, I feel he has a great cricketing brain, and his choice of decisions and his choice of bowling changes, everything is really, really good. So I'm really hopeful that Shreyas Iyer will get the opportunity to captain India team as soon as possible. Credit to him, but I'm not sure if Kolkata Knight Riders did a lot of things right yesterday. Had they been a little more intelligent in terms of making decisions, they should have won that game very easily. 111 is not at all a difficult target, especially on that pitch. They could have easily chased that down. But anyway, Yuzvendra Chahal's comeback is going to be a story. We have to see if he'll continue this form for a longer time, because Chahal has looked off color before this game, but he looks like he's come back now, and they're going to Bangalore next. So Chahal has a lot of good memories there. So we will wait and see Maxwell and Chahal against Bangalore in Bangalore. It's gonna be some game. So that was one really, really good game, and those are my thoughts about that game, Punjab versus KKR. Coming to Delhi versus Rajasthan, I don't think it was as nail biting as it was as it was yesterday. Delhi Capitals, from the beginning, they did not look like they were in the game. Abhishek Poril batted really well, but that strike rate 132 at the end, probably not the ideal one. He got a really good start. He should have capitalized on it and gone on to make a bigger innings, because youngsters like Abhishek Poril need to step up and make some big impact to be remembered in a tournament like this, where you have Priyan Sharias, Abhishek Sharmas, and so many other Karun Nayars and all these players coming up every other day and making some impact knocks. So Abhishek Poril had that chance today, but I'm afraid he did not make the most out of it. Karun Nayar got run out on 0 today, and KL Rahul again, a very, very disappointing knock from him. After the one that he played in Bangalore, I was expecting a lot more from him, but looks like in the last 2 games he has not done justice to that role of number 4. Tristan Stubbs is proving that every penny that he was paid and the faith that Delhi Capital showed in him, in retaining him, he's just giving it back to them. So great job by Stubbs. And the way Akshar Patel played, that was my favorite knock. That's where they got the momentum back, and that's where they started to believe that this game is going somewhere and they had a chance. If not for that Akshar Patel's 34 of 14, they were only going to get 160 or something like that. But thanks to Stubbs and Akshar, they got to 190. And Delhi being a small ground, they should have they should have probably gotten a little more on that pitch. And right from get-go of Rajasthan Royals' batting, it looked like they were very comfortably chasing this. At no point did it look like Rajasthan is struggling, because they did not lose a lot of wickets until the last few overs. They played Kuldeep well. They played Akshar was amazing with the ball. They took Vipraj out of the equation very soon today in the power play itself. They played Mohit Sharma really well. Mukesh Kumar, as usual, went for a lot of runs. And to my surprise, they played Kuldeep really well. Nitish played Kuldeep really well, and even Dhruv Jurel was trying and getting the game back. But somehow I felt like they needed a little more from Dhruv Jurel and Shimran Hetmeyer. They would have chased that down pretty easily. Riyan Parag, except for Riyan Parag, who looked like he was struggling a lot against spin today, except that one sweep shot he hit of Kuldeep, he was almost looking like he was struggling today. I don't know, like this game could have gone Rajasthan's way very easily, but it's just again the choice of shots and trying to take the game deep. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do in matches like this. When you know there is Mitch Stark and Mohit Sharma, these are all some really experienced, really good bowlers. So it's better to finish off quickly if you can't take the game that deep, and if the bowlers who you're playing against are as good as Mitch Stark and Mohit Sharma. So Dhruv Jurel, probably they were just one boundary away from winning the game. And when it went to the super over, that was proper brain fade for me. Whatever Shimran Hetmeyer did in the super over was completely, I could not understand what he was trying to do. Especially he ran Riyan Parag out, which was completely not needed. They had two more balls, and that's okay. You ran him out and you got an opportunity to bat two more balls. You got a single and you ran out Yashasvi Jaiswal where there was no two. Delhi is not a big ground where you can run your twos that easily. So Rajasthan could have batted a ball more, and you never know if you even got a 4 of that or if you got a 6 out of that. The pressure would have been entirely different on Delhi. But credit to them, Rahul batted well, and Stubbs, the way he held his nerve and hit that 6 of a slower bouncer, it was just amazing. So great job by Delhi Capitals. The most of their games that they are winning here, it looks like they're not winning all the games pretty comfortably, but again at the same time they're a very, very good team. They're not relying on one individual. Everybody is actually stepping up, so that's like a good thing. At the same time, their wins have not been as convincing as some other teams. For example, how Gujarat won their games, or for that matter even how Lucknow won their games. They won the games very, very comfortably. Kolkata won their games comfortably. RCB is pretty much winning games one-sided. But Delhi, except one or two games, they were like all of the games were very close. That's very good for the league, but maybe not as good for them but anyway, if you win 5 out of 6 games, you need not worry anything. They are almost qualified to the playoffs, and they are almost sure shot top 2 teams unless they mess it up big time in the second half of the tournament. And we are at the break time of the tournament. All the teams have almost played 7 matches each, and they've and as things stand by at this point, Chennai Super Kings, it looks very difficult for them to make it to the playoffs from here. Sunrisers Hyderabad will have some confidence after the chase that they've done against Punjab, but don't forget they've won both their games on the same pitch. So we have to see what they're going to do against Mumbai tomorrow and all of that. Mumbai will also believe because their net run rate actually is very good and they have the team to win games. So it completely depends on how Mumbai is going to play in the next few games. Rajasthan, again, I'm not sure if Rajasthan has any chance of making it to the playoffs. They have to win 6 out of their next 7 games at least to qualify because their net run rate is also not that great. KKR will believe, KKR will hope that they can qualify, but again, the way they are playing their cricket and the way the curator doesn't help their cause at home, I'm not sure if Kolkata has that much chance. LSG, in the games that they won, they looked really good, but the games that they lost, there are so many areas that they have to improve. Shardul Thakur, you cannot rely on Shardul Thakur and Avesh Khan as a pace bowling unit. If Mayank Yadav is coming back, we'll have to see how much in form he is and if he is still able to click those 150s very often. So for Lucknow, although they are in a very good position to qualify for the playoffs, it's gonna depend on a lot of things for them. Their batting, Rishabh Pant's batting is a worrying thing. Except for Nicholas Puran and Mitch Marsh, Markram has played a couple of good knocks here and there, but their middle order again, the way their batting order actually is a little surprising for me. The way they are not letting Pant go up the order, nor are they letting Miller bat up the order. They are looking for this left-right combination like KKR, and that's one thing that I don't understand at all. Like, your best batters have to play as many balls as possible, irrespective of whether they are left-handed or right-handed. That's how I think, but again, they know it better. Punjab, RCB and Gujarat, they are all in very good position to qualify, but they've all played only 6 games. So we're gonna see after the 7th game what happens. Is going to be very interesting. So yeah, the second half of the tournament is gonna be so much fun. Stay tuned to the Cricket Freak. Hope to come back with some more good podcasts. Cheers.